Welcome to the show, guys. It's the end of the world, but you can trust me. This is going to be the most sane opinion on the war of Iran there is on the freaking internet. I'm seeing a lot of people on the right and left worried about their commentators saying the right thing. I hope I say exactly what you hope I say. Because that's what we're all about. Be sure that I say the only thing that makes you say, okay, I can trust this guy. I have to have the right opinion. And I will. Let's start off the show.
I hope everyone had a nice break.
Yeah, I did.
And welcome back
Thank you, I did.
to the end of the world. So as you know, World War III has started.
Welcome to World War III. We're back, we're here, we're queer, and we're ready to steer. Hope everyone's doing well. What's up, Junior? What's up, Havana, Bad Nurse, Jess? What's up, Swill? How are you guys all feeling? I apologize, I didn't do a show yesterday due to the fact that I was running a fever. Just welcome to being alive in 2026. World War III is officially started. Just kidding. This is not a war. It's a mostly peaceful bombing. I think that's my favorite thing about times like this of the no new wars regime is like maybe a couple wars. And we're not going to call them wars. We're going to call them bombings. I love the semantics when it comes to war so much. Everyone's making sure they're using the right vernacular, the right vocab word to make sure you don't offend your own audience. Did I say the word right? Do I call it a war? Do I call it a mostly peaceful bombing? What do I call it? It's very hard to tell what words you're allowed to use without seemingly being offensive. That's what we're here to do. We're here to have we're not here for a long time. We're here for a good time. Speaking of not being here for a long time, but here for a good time, we have killed the Ayatollah of Iran. Many people are saying, may Allah protect him. And the community notes on X said, Allah did not protect him. He's dead. Many people have already decided that I want to put my name in the ring to be the next Ayatollah like this nose. I don't think you're allowed to be a leader with that kind of schnoz. I mean, look at that thing go. Can we hear a voice to the schnoz? I need a voice to the schnoz.
As soon as possible to say to the Iranian people and the world, when is it that I go back there? It will be the first minute I get the opportunity to do that. And that has to be, of course.
I think his nose is half his length of his head. That thing is huge.
Orchestrated properly. I'm ready to.
Do you think when there's a little bit of a light breeze or a wind, it moves in the wind? It flails. It goes back and forth. So many people are already putting their name in the ring like this guy. Trump is not backing this guy. But Khamenei's son has already put his name in the hat and is decidingly going to be the leader of Iran. The son of the Ayatollah has been selected as the new Supreme Leader of Iran. Congrats. It's a family thing in Iran. A lot of nepotism around Iran that makes me offensive. I don't like that. I don't like nepotism. We can smell the internet. You can smell the internet? Yeah, you can. Imagine sharing Coke with that dude. Yeah. Imagine the Adderall lines this kid would do while he was 13 years old studying for a test. The schnoz of that guy. Do you think he snores when he sleeps? Do you think he snores? No way. No way. There is so much air going in and out of that thing. He is totally fine. This is like, as people get those BBLs for their butt, this guy got a BBL for his nose. That thing, I think there's some Botox in there. He like enlarged it. I think in like 20 years, there's going to be Gen Z, Gen Alpha kids going out everywhere going, Dad, can you make me get my nose a little bigger? I want to be like the new Iranian Ayatollah. Derek, your nose is also pretty big. I think in like 50 years or something like this nose probably will be on that scale. We can all pray that one day our nose will be just as big as this guy. You know what they say, the bigger the nose, the more boogers. I think I think that's actually a fact. You better have clear airways. Won the schnoz lottery, woodpecker man. Yeah, exactly. So the Ayatollah's son is now the new leader of Iran, and he's dead. Okay, he's still alive somehow. But many are actually reporting that this guy is actually more extreme than his father. Really, a Nepo baby kid is more subdued and chillaxed, unlike his dad? No way. This kid, growing up in Iran with the kind of power his dad had, who would just kill a bunch of people, he's going to be just as crazy, if not crazier. You thought the Ayatollah, my father, was bad? Wait till you get a load of me. But I don't trust him. Look at that schnoz. Not as sad, not as big, not as here. The Iranian regime has not yet publicly confirmed the selection of the new supreme leader, probably because they don't want him to be dead already, but a formal announcement expected to be soon. I'm excited about this formal announcement of the new Ayatollah. Huge fan of announcements, and maybe we'll get a parade out of it or something exciting out of this. Many things are happening. But many people have been wondering, why did we go to Iran? Why now? Was there something going on in Iran? Did Israel force our hand? We'll get into that in a second with Marco Rubio. Was it true? Was it not true? Well, is the whole clip? We have to check about, did Israel force our hand? Did we talk about going to Iran for many years? But based on the response of Iran, I've been wondering, are they not as powerful as they're claiming they were? Or is this now a war of attrition and we're all screwed? And it's just going to last for years and years and years and years and years. And we're going to spend billions and billions and billions of dollars while China and Russia go, yes, please. Love what's going on there. Senator Lindsey Graham, of course, is out everywhere talking about war because nothing gets this guy more excited to talk about war than talking about twinks.
The big questions that I think you're going to hear from a lot of the senators is why now there was no imminent threat. We know that's what Mark Warner is already saying. What will you say to that? And what do you expect the Trump folks will say to that?
What do you say?
I think that's a ridiculous idea that there's no imminent threat from a regime who chants death to America since 1979.
Exactly. If you think you can go around in my country and chant death to America, we will kill you. Okay?
I don't like girls.
Don't you dare call Lindsey Graham gay, okay? Lindsey Graham is as straight as a rainbow, okay? Don't you dare call him gay, okay? He's from my home state, South Carolina. They don't make gay senators in South Carolina. That's a fact. Especially from the upstate of South Carolina where the good old boys are, okay? They don't make gays like that, okay? He might not be married. He doesn't have any kids, but he ain't gay. Okay, at least it's not been confirmed. I'm having the smoky smoke. Oh, good, Junior. Enjoy it. So Lindsey Graham has been going around saying many things. And again, if you chant death to America, we will bring about death to you. Because nobody is going to one-up on us like that movie with the cheerleaders. No one's going to one-up us. We're going to come after you.
Chants death to America since 1979.
Yeah.
There's no imminent threat from a regime that sponsored Hezbollah, who killed 220 Marines and 18 sailors in 1983 in Lebanon. Go tell it to the families of IED victims in Iraq and Afghanistan, sponsored by Iran, that this regime is no threat.
And I trust him. Listen, we've been going back and forth, okay? We've been going back and forth. And during COVID, we came to the conclusion we no longer trust the experts, the people in power. But now when it comes to war, we trust the experts. And I can't think of a better expert than Lindsey freaking Graham. Look at him. He's looking wonderful. He's thinking about getting a new tie due to his links with Ukraine.
You know, in 1939, out of 35, I don't know if Hitler was an imminent threat, but I wish somebody would have dealt with him.
The big question.
Exactly. Iran is basically Nazis. The playbook is so ridiculous when it comes to war, isn't it? It's always, hey, Iran is basically the Nazi regime because you guys are too stupid to know anything about history. You're too stupid to know anything about history. You don't have any historical context. All you guys know is World War II. And so everything we talk about when it comes to war or anything in politics always revolves around the Nazis. And that word and that regime and those people can be used for any context we deem possible in any kind of capacity. Ergo, the word is completely meaningless. Therefore, it's a postmodern thinking that where you can put that word to mean anything you want it to mean. I call my wife a Nazi all the time. She knows it. She's basically like the Ayatollah. And I think she's building nukes under the bed, and I need to send Israel after her. Liberals are the new 1930 European Jews. Yeah, exactly. He's lost his punch. Yeah, he has. It's always the same talking points, but it seems like lots of people fall for the same old hustle. Oh, of course, man. Isn't it? Well, especially for the normies, they love the talking points, and the grifters as well. Grifters go so hard on talking points. They're like, tell me what am I supposed to say to my friends? Oh, they killed many people in the past, so therefore we have to do it now. Now, there have been some new reports going around everywhere that Trump is open to supporting armed Iranian militias after speaking with Kurdish leaders. God, I feel like I've seen this playbook before. I feel like I've seen this playbook before. I just can't put my finger on ISIS. I mean, I can't put my finger on it. I can't put my finger on ISIS. I can't put my finger on it. I can't. Yeah, we need to arm these people. This is a good thing. I smelled squatted truck debt. Dude, I have a squatted truck, okay? And my wife loves it. I said so far back. Squatted trucks, dude. Afghanistan 2.0, how dare you? Okay, this isn't Afghanistan. This isn't Iraq. I love those talking points. This is Iran, idiot. AK. This is Iran, you freaking idiot. Apparently, White House officials clarify Operation Epic Fury isn't a war, but a special combat operation. Yeah, right. It's not a war. This isn't a war at all. Okay? It's whatever we call it. It's called Epic Fury. It's epic and it's fury. And there's nobody more excited than my best friend, Ben Shapiro. Take it away, Ben Shapiro. Who doesn't love a good name drop like Ben Shapiro's? Let's get a zoom in on that face.
The president's decision here is extraordinary. It's known as Operation Epic Fury, which I got to say is just awesome. The operation names from the administration, top notch. Midnight Hammer was great last year. Operation Epic Fury. Yeah, man. Epic Fury.
This is his full-time job. That's his full Epic Fury. The names from when it comes to war, there's nothing that gets me more excited than a good branding. How do we sell it to the American people? Well, if we put Epic Fury, they'll get all jacked up about it. This is Epic Fury. They have said it's not war because he didn't ask Congress permission. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I love the people, too, that are freaking out that Trump didn't ask for Congress approval. Like it's the first time that's ever happened. Yeah, in my lifetime, this is the first and most unprecedented time that a president has started something like this in my lifetime. Really? When's the last time we actually declared war? We'll do that. Put that in the chat. When's the last time we declared war? When's the last time we actually did that? Operation Nose Candy. Daddy needs his nose candy. Or is this called Operation Jewish President?
And I said, this is our first Jewish president. Now he's the first Jewish president to serve two not consecutive presidencies. We thank you for everything.
That's right. Bad things happened on the second one. Namely, the election was rigged. And we found out, and you see that happening. But
And you are the greatest president.
Thank you very much.
And God bless you.
Our first Jewish president. Who could have picked? Who could have predicted a war with Iran with our first Jewish president? Can you imagine being held like this by Mark Levin? That's in my freaking nightmares, dude. That's in my freaking nightmares. To be held like this by Mark Levin. That's way too aggressive of a hug. And he's pulling him in way too tight. Give him some space. He's our first Jewish president. When's the last time we won a war? World War II, undefeated. I love those t-shirts. Not a fan of. Not a fan of. Many people have been talking about also India's newsroom. India's newsroom makes me feel like I need to update my newsroom because, I mean, this is absolutely insane. This is like Mr. Beast on steroids when it comes to news.
और इस समय की एक बड़ी खबर बता दें, ईरान की आईआरजीसी कमांडर का पाकिस्तान पर बड़ा आरोप, अमेरिका पाकिस्तान का एयर स्पेस यूज कर रहा है। ये ईरान की आईआरजीसी ने बड़ा दावा किया है, पाकिस्तान को इसकी कीमत चुकानी होगी, पाकिस्तानी मिसाइलों से नहीं बचेगा। आईआरजीसी इस्लामिक गार्ड्स पर पाकिस्तान पर आरोप लगाया गया है। ये बड़ा आरोप लगाया है ईरान ने पाकिस्तान के ऊपर कि अमेरिका जो है वो पाकिस्तान के बेस का इस्तेमाल कर रहा है। इससे क्या आने वाले समय में ये युद्ध और भी खतरनाक हो सकता है? क्या अब गल्फ देशों के अलावा पाकिस्तान भी ईरान के निशाने?
How could you listen to that? how can you watch this seriously? God, I wouldn't be able to last longer than two minutes when it came to this. India's just trying to distract us from all the poop. Yeah, exactly. You can't hug Mark Levin with nuclear arms. Lock Tua. I like that one. We need some English closed captions. Let's put they use AI.
ईरान के सुप्रीम लीडर आयतुल्लाह खामेनी की मौत कैसे हुई? आज का आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस बस इतनी सी कल्पना कर सकता है।
Dude, you have so many people on the right worried about their grandparents watching Fox News, but could you imagine having your grandparents watch this? Could you imagine your grandparents watch? You walk in and they're just like,
बिल्डिंग पर 30 बम गिरे, पूरी बिल्डिंग ध्वस्त हो गई और उसके साथ खाक में मिल गए खामेनी समेत ईरान के टॉप लीडर।
I'd be like, do you even know what's going on?
AI अगर किसी सीन की कल्पना नहीं
sensationalism at its finest, truly. Imagine being your husband and hearing that voice. Dude, seriously. I mean, let's just zoom. Let's go forward a little bit.
ईरान के खिलाफ मिलिट्री ऑपरेशन से कम पर तैयार नहीं थे। नेतन्याहू फरवरी में 2 बार अमेरिका के दौरे पर गए, ट्रंप से मिले।
This is like the most like dystopian news cycle I've ever seen in my life, you know? Just like constant barrage of text and constant different videos, AI videos, and being shot with all these different actions coming from each side of the screen, and it's like
मोहम्मद बिन सलमान की दोस्ती ट्रंप के बड़े दामाद से है।
That being said, we need to update our news cycle. We need to get more like this. This is way more exciting. I don't even know what's going on, but I'm excited, and I'm excited to be alive. Many people have been seeing also video footage of what's going on during this war, Epic Fury, combat mission, Slice of Heaven, mostly peaceful bombing, all these different words you want to use. But I think this is like the funniest video that's come out of the war so far is Iran bombing somebody's truck.
That's my fucking truck.
Wait.
That's my fucking truck.
Dude, don't you dare ever destroy another man's truck. Okay? You hit a man's truck like that, he goes from 1 second saying this war is all about Israel's fight with Iran to now you messed up. Okay? Iran's bombing trucks out here. That better not be a Ford. Is it a Toyota? No, that's on their side. That's on their side, isn't it? You gotta imagine Toyota right now is just like pumped out of their mind. Toyota right now is like just cashing in the checks. You know, they're just getting hit up from all different directions, just collecting all the money from everywhere. Oh, another order of Tacomas? Fantastic. Yeah. Iran just ordered 100,000 Toyota Tacomas. Yeah, full TRD package. Yeah. Okay, yeah. You want to upgrade them? You want the huge gun on the back? We can make that happen. I think we can have probably a Toyota Tacoma. Better friggin' not be. It's a little overwhelming. Oh, this whole thing is. I know someone in Bahrain, and he's asking me for information. Give him everything. Tell him to watch this show. tell him this. Here's the most important information you need to watch is watch this show. Because we have the real facts on the ground. And it's just another reminder to everyone in my chat. And I don't assume ignorance from any of you guys. I don't assume that you guys are idiots like some other shows do. So I don't feel like I have to explain a lot of stuff on here because I feel like we're all on the same page as far as intellectually honest. Nobody knows what's going on. The fog of war is real. And you can tell because the internet and X is moving at 100 billion miles an hour. And everyone has already formed their opinions of what they want to believe, while we're all just figuring out the facts on the ground as they come in. So I'm like you, okay? I work a full-time job. I'm reading the news. I'm getting into it, but I also see that we're being lied to everywhere, and the propaganda is out everywhere, and the talking points are out everywhere, and you can tell because they're so worried about the semantics of everything and making sure they say the right thing as opposed to saying the honest thing. Thanks for not assuming I'm an idiot. No, I would never. Everybody but you, Jess. Everybody but you. An Iranian just is just an American we haven't met yet. Yeah, dude. Yeah. Well, they'll probably will become Americans soon because who's going to take the refugees from this war? Oh, it's going to be us. No, they're going to Israel. Yeah, sure. Sure. No. We'll send them to Somalia. Let them deal with it. The Iranians will probably actually go to Florida is what I suspect. Now, some sad news, by the way. The 4 service members that have the U.S. service members that have died, their names have come out. Very sad to see. I don't want any Americans to die for this war. Again, I haven't found any information on here that makes me feel like, yeah, we have to be there. We have to do this sort of thing. So it's sad when this sort of thing happens. Again, I don't have all the facts. I don't have everything that's going on. So how can I be for sure against it or for sure for it? Captain Cody A. Cork, 35 years old, from Florida. First class Noah L. Teachins, 42, of Bellevue, Nebraska. And Sergeant First Class Nicole Amor, 39, from Minnesota. Oh, hopefully not from a Somalian enclave. Declan J. Cody, 20 years old, of Iowa. Very young. Way too young to die. Way too young. Here's their faces. Here's their pictures. Always remember that even if you're for this war, it's really, really when people like this die. Very sad to see. Very sad to see. So in times like this, I look to Lindsey Graham for wise words. Thou shalt not skill. Yeah. In times like this, you have to look to Lindsey Graham. Okay? He's our most trusted senator during this war of attrition / epic fury / Operation Combat Mission / your mom's chest hair / whatever you want to call it. And Lindsey Graham has some beautiful words to say to these soldiers that have died and their families, so take heed.
So I know the fallen would want us to continue. I know their comrades are ready to get back in the fight. We'll never be safe if our enemies believe we cannot take casualties or risk.
Lindsey Graham thinks that these people that have fallen already from the dead have told him that we need to get back out there. Oh my God, dude. Dude, God. This guy is a nuisance, dude. I don't know how he keeps winning. I don't know how he goes on challenge. I swear I'm going to move back to South Carolina and I am freaking going to run up against him and it's going to be a bloodbath on the stage. How does Lindsey Graham stay in his position? Tasmanian Devil Graham? Lindsey, where's my Twinkie? Yeah. Lindsey is a peaceful man. Yeah. Isn't it wonderful? You know, I think it's the funniest thing about Lindsey Graham is he's so freaking predictable. Whenever there's a certain couple of issues that come to the forefront and the global stage, he is always the front man. And he makes the Republicans look so stupid every time. It just drives me nuts, dude. It's like, Lindsey, I know you're like excited. You want to show how strong of a man you are by being pro-war, because there's nothing more manly than killing another man. Am I right? Especially when you don't have to actually fight the wars and you get to just press buttons and send people to die for your cause while you continue to get rich off the backs of American people that go to war. Not saying that you're getting cutbacks or, you're getting, little defense organizations are giving you a little, cut of some of this talking points, but it'd be wonderful to see who you're sponsored by. I'm just saying. He's a jerk. Oh, he's the worst. He's the backdoor man. Is Lindsey Graham a top or a bottom? Put it in the chat. We need to know. My money's on bottom. They should have a glitch McConnell give the speech. I think Mitch McConnell is dead. Okay, Mitch McConnell is not alive. Every time I see Mitch McConnell being rolled around and people are like, Mitch McConnell, what do you think about the SAVE Act? And he's like, and then just like wheel him so fast where he doesn't have to answer any questions. I think he's dead. He's brain dead, and they're keeping him alive by some kind of machine that we don't know about, which is good to see. Keep these people alive forever. They should never retire. They should die in office, and we'll keep them alive by little chest compression machines and little oxygen tanks. I'm watching a lot of Pitt lately, so I'm really into medical devices right now. Keep them alive by all means possible. Put a tube down their throat, let them keep breathing so they can continue to collect money and never use it again. This is breaking news, by the way. This just happened probably about 5 minutes ago. This is breaking news, so don't say that we don't have breaking news on the show. Even if it's not good news, it's still exciting. Because there's nothing more exciting for the news than a horrible event where they can, cash in and make a bunch of money off of all our eyeballs watching what's going on in the world. Isn't that the funniest, most insane thing is like when bad things happen in the world, news agencies, podcasts like you, Derek, you freaking freak, make more money when bad things happen in the world. So it's like a part of me wants it to happen. Right now, this just happened. The Iran just hit a huge base in Qatar, a U.S. military base in Qatar with missiles. Or just happened.
Has struck Al Udeid Air Base, as I said, the biggest American base in the region. We don't know much more. No casualties reported as of yet. Again, we don't know what we don't know, but we do know they are saying it was a ballistic missile. It's obviously a significant development. And as that is coming in, we are learning that the CIA is also working to trigger some sort of an uprising inside of Iran. Now, this is
oh, good. I was just wondering, where's our CIA and why aren't they triggering an uprising to go on in Iran? Yeah, and I try, let me just put this on the record. I trust the CIA to give guns in the right hands. Okay, because they wouldn't do it to average everyday Americans. No, they infiltrate us and then make us do things and do white flags and stuff like that, false flags and stuff like that. That's different. This is different. I trust the CIA to put the guns in the right hands of the right people. They'll vet them well, and they'll never turn our back and use those guns against us. That'll never happen. It's never happened in the history of America and the history of politics.
Some sort of an uprising inside of Iran. Now, this is a major and potentially explosive development in the war. So let me tell you what we know here with these breaking details. Okay. Multiple people familiar with the plan are telling CNN that the Trump administration is working to arm Kurdish forces, who they then expect to take part in a
I feel like I've seen this playbook, and I'm excited to be alive, and I hope you are too. I hope you are too. I hope you're excited to be alive. I hope you're with me on this. We're all excited. We're pumped out of our mind. This is a great thing. And if you're against it, that means you're anti-American and you're against the troops. I swear to God, I feel like I'm living in the Iraq War timeline. When if you said anything negative about the war, it means you were against the troops and you're against Donald Trump. Mitch is getting the Feinstein treatment. Oh my God, I think he is. The Dow is down 50,000. Yeah, I saw today. My stocks went down too, which is what I'm most mad about. Okay, you can go to war, but don't you dare make my 401k go down. Okay, I'm gonna retire on that $10,000. Okay, I'm going to retire on that $10,000 in my 401k. Unless you guys keep going to war, you need to stop. Dave Ramsey told me that as long as I have a strong emergency fund and I get rid of my debt, my $10,000 in my 401k is a good investment. They really host a great party too, the CIA. The pizza's there, Pizzagate 2.0. I struck my head in the sand back in the Iraq days. Are you okay? Or is that why you listen to me, is because you struck your head so hard? Yeah. Is that why you're here? Look, I realize a lot of people in my chat do have CTE. Okay, and that's okay. I have CTE, you have CTE. It changed us for the better. We used to be like more grounded human beings. Now we're a little chaotic and a little crazy. Who has ever said a little CTE never hurt nobody? That's kind of that's a huge motto for me. That's how I live my life. CTE is good for us all. CTE is good for us all. Rubio is in hot water, though. Rubio's in the hottest water known to mankind. It's literally a hot tub around Rubio at the moment for some of the comments that he made just yesterday regarding this war with Iran. And people are saying, hey, did you just say that we had to go to war with Iran because Israel forced your hand? Is that what you're saying? And so all day today, the Trump administration has been trying to walk back and aggressively go over the top to change the narrative that is being spoken about their administration. And here is the clip in context.
The United States conducted this operation with a very clear goal in mind. I haven't got a chance to see a lot of reporting. I don't understand what the confusion is. Let me explain it to you, and I'll do it once again as clearly as possible. Perhaps you'll report it that way.
Thank you.
The United States is conducting an operation to eliminate the threat of Iran's short-range ballistic missiles and the threat posed by their Navy, particularly to naval assets. That is what it is focused on doing right now, and it's doing quite successfully. I'll leave it to the Pentagon and the Department of War to discuss the tactics behind that and the progress that's being made. That is the clear objective of this mission.
Thank you.
The second question that's been asked is, why now? Well, there's two reasons why now.
Yeah.
The first is it was abundantly clear that if Iran came under attack by anyone, the United States or Israel or anyone, they were going to respond against the United States. The orders had been delegated down to the field commanders. It was automatic, and in fact, it bared to be true because, in fact, within an hour of the initial attack on the leadership compound, the missile forces in the south and in the north, for that matter, had already been activated to launch. In fact, those had already been pre-positioned. The third is the assessment that was made that if we stood and waited for that attack to come first before we hit them, we would suffer much higher casualties. And so the president made the very wise decision. We knew that there was going to be an Israeli action. We knew that that would precipitate an attack against American forces. And we knew that if we didn't preemptively go after them before they launched those attacks, we would suffer higher casualties and perhaps even higher those killed. And then we would all be here answering questions about why we knew that and didn't act.
Okay, so Marco Rubio essentially saying that if somebody was to attack Iran, ergo Israel, that's been talking about going after Iran for about 1,000 years. I feel like I can pull up clips of Netanyahu talking to our Congress about 30 years ago saying that Iran is 2 seconds away from building a nuclear bomb. So we've always known Israel has wanted to take out Iran, and it makes sense. You know, you got a bunch of people around you that don't like you. Also, you tend to mix it up and get a little crazy in your region. So it makes sense that Iran is not your friend. But why are we a part of it? And he's saying that Israel was going to attack Iran, and Iran was going to respond by shooting down our bases. And we can confirm that because the minute Iran has been attacked, Iran has been like bombing everybody around him. Iran has just been bombing every single country around them, just like picking a fight with everyone. Bahrain, you want some? The UAE, you want some? They have just been like bombing everyone around them, our allies. And so that makes sense. But then it also begs the question, okay, so you're saying that Israel forced our hand in a way. And that's what people are coming to the conclusion there, and are pretty mad at the Trump administration. Now, the people that are mad at the Trump administration are people that voted for Donald Trump in 2015. Okay, people like me. Voted for Trump because they're like, Trump is a wrecking ball. He's not forever wars, going against all this stuff. Those people are a little annoyed at the Trump administration and, like me, a little cautious of, is this a good thing for America or is this a bad thing? I don't know yet. Nobody knows how this is going to unfold. That's the craziest thing about this whole war thing, is that none of us know how this is going to unfold. Now, the people that I like to call the I told you so's, that predict some things, and if they get it right, they're like, I told you it was going to be like that. You didn't know anything. You didn't know how this was going to turn out. So maybe you're like me, and you're like, well, I feel like this is probably not good. People are going to die. But is this going to turn out good for us in the long run? I don't know. Is this going to be a war of attrition that we're going to be fighting for 20, 30 years? I don't know. We'll see what actually goes down. Now, there have been reports that maybe there's boots on the ground already, but it's not been confirmed, as always with wartime stuff. So Marco Rubio says that, and everybody's been going after the Trump administration saying, like, he forced the hand. Israel forced Donald Trump to make the move. That's what people were saying. So Donald Trump had to get on top of this, whether you agree or believe, or but getting on top of the narrative during a wartime is very important when you are in charge, because it makes you look stupid if you don't get on top of it. Here's Donald Trump responding to those comments.
Any questions, please?
Mr. President, did Israel force your hand to launch these strikes against Iran? Did
No.
So the woman says, did Israel force your hands to launch the strikes on Iran?
No. Pull the United States into this war?
No, I might have forced their hand. You see, we were having negotiations with these lunatics, and it was my opinion that they were going to attack first. They were going to attack. If we didn't do it, they were going to attack first. I felt strongly about that. And we have great negotiators, great people that do this very successfully.
So Donald Trump is saying it was his opinion that Iran was going to attack first. Now, you can speculate whether that's true or not. That's the thing. People are like, well, you need to trust Donald Trump. Why? He's not God. Is Donald Trump Jesus Christ incarnate? No. So why do I need to put my full trust in somebody that I don't know if he's telling the truth or not? Or I don't know what information he has. So he could be telling the truth. He could not be telling the truth. I don't know. You don't know. So our own bias will project whatever we believe to be true and when it comes to this sort of thing. I thought Trump would negotiate our way out of World War, the art of the deal. I was hoping that too. Many people are saying that Trump was forced to do this by powers that be, that he actually doesn't want to be there, but everyone pushed him to be there, and now he's dealing with the consequences. You be the judge. You be the judge. We've been at war in the Middle East since the 80s. Yeah, we've been in the... I saw some joke about war in the Middle East of like, I was born too late to go to the war in the Middle East. I was born too early to go into the war in the Middle East. I was born on time to go to the war in the Middle East. It's like whatever generation you're a part of, if you're alive today, there's a good chance that you were born to be able to go to the war in the Middle East. I just like, why do you care so much? Why do we care so much? Netanyahu's hand is so far up Trump's behind. See, Rubio and Trump said the same thing. No confusion here. Yeah, exactly. None to be seen. In fact, Dan Bongino has that same thought process. Dan Bongino says President Trump isn't walked into anything ever. Get you somebody that loves Dan Bongino the way Dan. Get you somebody that loves the way Dan Bongino loves Donald Trump. President Trump isn't walked into anything ever. Ever. Period. Anyone feeding you this bullshit? I get so excited when these elderly podcasters start cursing and writing it on X. There's nothing more hardcore than writing curse words as an older man. That's so cool. That is so cool. Anyone feeding you this bull doesn't know him. Never worked for him, and after a decade of him in the national political spotlight, still fails to read the tea leaves. I wish my husband loved me like that. Yeah, me too. I mean my wife. I'm not gay. You're gay. Freaking gay, dude. I'm not gay. You're gay. President Trump hasn't walked into anything ever. Oh, Danathan. Can we call him Danathan? I like that. It's more refined. Of course, Marco Rubio is still in hot water, and today they started going after Marco Rubio, saying, "Hey, you said yesterday that you said that Israel kind of forced our hand in war. Is that true?" Because Donald Trump is saying that that's not true, basically, and now they're saying, "No, I've always said this." That's one of my favorite things in the whole world is like whenever somebody is like caught in a lie, they just like double down. They go, "Look, I've always been consistent. I have always been consistent." Danny Bongino is so emotional. He's always complaining. Dude, Dan Bongino is, dude. Dan Bongino has more feminine energy than most political podcasters I know. And that's why I get excited. His tight shirts really get me going. The way he like starts doing fight things. I love that. I get excited. I want it more. I want him to go off. I'm always like, go off, queen. Do your thing. Do you know how I know you're gay? Because you like Coldplay? Okay, here we go. Here is Marco Rubio walking back or walking forward. Dr. Steve Brule.
Yesterday, you told us that Israel was going to strike Iran and that's why we needed to get involved. Today, the president said that Iran was going to get
Yeah, your statement is false. So that's not what I was asked very specifically. Were you there yesterday?
Yes, I asked the question.
No, did you?
Oh, yes, I'm actually the person that asked you that question. Well, you should have been listening.
Were you the one that, because somebody asked me a question yesterday, did we go in because of Israel? And I said, you were asking me that, that follow-up. And I said, no. I told you this had to happen anyway. The president made a decision, and the decision he made was that Iran was not going to be allowed to hide behind its ballistic missile program, that Iran was not going to be allowed to hide behind its ability to conduct these attacks. That decision had been made. The president systematically made a decision to systematically destroy this terroristic capability that they had, and we carried that out. I was very clear in that answer. This was
He was very clear.
It's a question of timing of why this had to happen as
Yeah, if you don't mind tickling that like. Thanks so much, Queen.
a joint operation, not the question of the intent. Once the president made a decision that negotiations were not going to work, that they were playing us on the negotiations, and that this was a threat that was untenable, the decision was made to strike them. That's what I said yesterday, and you guys need to play it. And if you're going to play these statements, you need to play the whole statement, not clip it to
No, we're going to clip you out of context because that's what's exciting about politics. There is nothing more exciting than clipping politicians out of context, because it makes you guys look stupid and then we get to laugh at you. And it makes us feel better on the inside, because nothing that makes people feel better on the inside than clipping people out of context and then making them look stupid. That makes me feel good, okay? Because I already feel stupid. And so I want to feel better about that. It's a projection and I'm okay with that. Bears beats Battlestar Galactica. Yeah. He sounds like he took double Adderall. Yeah, he did. I think everything is a psyop now. It does kind of feel like that, doesn't it? It's like, what is real? What is real? What is real? What is Israel? Israel. So did he say it or did he not say it? You be the judge of all that sort of thing. He got really amped up during this press conference too. It's just like getting a hold of it.
No, but you have to read, if you're going to read the whole.
So like people are like pretty mad that he said that Israel basically forced their hand. And so reporters were kind of going after him today. He was not excited about that. Don't get Rubio upset. Okay.
No, but you have to read, if you're going to read the whole.
Never get a Cuban from Florida upset. Surprised Marco Rubio wasn't like, it's like, go out. Go back to Florida, you freaking Cuban. God. Go smoke a cigar or something.
No, but you have to read, if you're going to read the whole statement.
But your quote is about, we knew that there was going to be an Israeli action. We knew that would precipitate an attack.
Yeah, no, I understand. But listen.
I understand. Don't read me my own quote back.
All right, let me understand. But I had a very specific question from that gentleman, right?
The president said,
hold on one second.
Oh, did you see that big breath in? Look at Rubio's getting upset. George is getting upset.
What the president said.
Don't breathe with your mouth, breathe with your nose.
What the president said.
Hold on one second. I asked a very
forced Israelis.
Okay, but let me answer because this is my press conference. Sure. Okay. You asked me. I was asked a very specific question. So you guys can misrepresent it, but I was asked a very specific question yesterday. The bottom line is this: the president determined we were not going to get hit first. It's that simple, guys. We are not going to put Americans' troops in harm's way. If you tell the president of the United States that if we don't go first, we're going to have more people killed and more people injured, the president's going.
That's what she said.
Going to go first. That's what he did. That's what the president will always do. He will always put the safety and security of our men and women in uniform and of all Americans before anything else. He's always going to do that, and that's what he did here. In addition to that, I would argue that this threat from Iran, they are hiding behind these missiles and hiding behind these drones. They wanted to reach a point where you couldn't touch them, and then they could do whatever the hell they wanted with their nuclear program. And there is no way in the world that this terroristic regime was going to get nuclear weapons, not under Donald Trump's watch.
So the U.S. attacked.
I do wish that our politicians would attack illegal immigration the way they attack Iran. You know, the fervor, the excitement, we're not afraid if the media gets it wrong. We're not afraid of public perception. Thank you. Yeah, exactly. Thanks for the thumbs up. I wish the fervor was exactly the same. CNN just got sold to CBS Media Group. Let's see if that changes anything. Yeah, exactly. Stonks. Dude, my 401 is in danger, Markio. What do you mean? Yeah, where is Pam Bondi when we need her, dude? We need Pam Bondi to come up. The Dow is up, and you're like, like what? It rebounded from the low today? Is that what you're saying? The Dow has rebounded from the low today, you idiots. Of course, people on the left are already clipping up Marco Rubio. Again, this is not a good look, okay? I guess, and there's not a lot of like commentators that'll be honest about this, but it's not a good look for the Republican Party. When the Democrats are able to clip up this sort of thing and then make Marco Rubio look bad, it's not a good look. So watch this.
Somebody asked me a question and said, did we go in because of Israel? And I said, you were asking me that follow-up. And I said, no. I told you this had to happen anyway. We knew that there was going to be an Israeli action. We knew that that would precipitate an attack against American forces. And we knew that if we didn't preemptively go after them before they launched those attacks, we would suffer higher casualties. Somebody asked me a question.
it's just not a good look. It's not. The messaging is off. Things are no bueno. Even Mike Johnson is essentially saying the same thing. Obviously, these people have all been given the note that this is how we're supposed to talk. Iran wanted to reach a point where they couldn't be attacked by us. We couldn't allow that. Yeah, essentially. And if you believe that to be true, that could be true. Dems are reaching after the ad in the State of the Union. They didn't stand. Dems are struggling, dude. I mean, and this might actually help them if Republicans don't get their messaging right on this and get unified on this. It's all over the map.
To me, the most critical point is that this was a defensive measure, a defensive operation. And why is that? I took some notes, and this is not classified, so I'll tell you what I think is important. Israel was determined to act in their own defense here, with or without American support. Why? Because Israel faced what they deemed to be an existential threat. Iran was building missiles at a radical and a rapid clip. I
think the craziest part of this whole war thing as well is that you have a lot of people on the right saying this has been really easy. And my first question is to you is like, have you not watched Middle Eastern or read any history when it comes to war in the Middle East? Every time you go to war in the Middle East, it's like a war of attrition. They will wait you out. Iran has been waiting for this moment against America and Israel for a very long time. You know, they're not like us. They don't have their elections every 4 years where the stockpiles go up and down. Iran has just been building like crazy. And I honestly think this war is going to go on for a while. People keep talking like 4 weeks, 8 weeks. My prediction is that we'll be still in this war this summer. It's my guess. Now, I could be completely wrong, and I'm happy to be wrong. But there's no way it's going to be over in 4 weeks. It's already been a week.
Point where our allies...
I mean, it's 3 weeks left. They started a holy... And that's what they also believe. It's this holy war for them. They believe they're taking out the head of the snake, a.k.a. Satan, a.k.a. Israel.
Allies in the region could not keep up. As you know, Iran has long vowed to take out Israel, wipe it off the map, and they have long seen that as a critical threat to their very existence. Because Israel was determined to act with or without the U.S., our commander-in-chief and the administration and the officials I just named had a very difficult decision to make.
Okay, so he literally admits it right there. Israel was going to go whether with us or against us, and we decided to go with him. Obama gave the Iranian people billions of dollars. Yeah, I remember the truckloads. I remember the truckloads of money that Obama gave Iran. Dude, that was so vivid of the piles of cash that we sent Iran during Obama. Trump gave the Iranian people freedom. We'll see. We'll see what happens to the Iranian people. I think there's a big chance that Iran could get split up into multiple different countries because I'm sure Israel wants that because it makes them weaker, or different factions. Right now, the same security group is still in charge in Iran. Same security group. In fact, the Ayatollah's son is reportedly getting given the rights to be the head leader of Iran. So we'll see what actually happens. I'm not holding my breath. This could be the greatest thing Trump has ever done. It could really dismantle BRICS and make China and Russia look stupid and settle the oil reserves in the oil market for everyone in the world, making inflation essentially go down a lot. I mean, that was a big reason we went to Venezuela. Before we went to Iran, we went to Venezuela to get our oil in order so that Iran didn't affect us as much, as what I believe. And then, so this could be really great, or this could be really bad. I think it could go either way. And only time will freaking tell. Only time will freaking tell. And you're like, Derek, you're such a fence sitter. I'm like, how can you not be a fence sitter? Neither of us are in power. I don't have secret information. I'm just like you. Yes, it could go one way or the other. I totally agree. Mike Johnson reminds me of a comedian, Al Franken. Remember when Al Franken touched a woman inappropriately? Here's Tom Cotton essentially saying the same thing about Israel, by the way, on Fox News.
There's a story out there that the president was pushed into this battle by Benjamin Netanyahu.
There's a story out there. No, people are just taking Marco Rubio's words and Mike Johnson's words, okay? This wasn't just Marco Rubio out of context one time. Mike Johnson said it as well. Watch Tom Cotton say exactly the same thing.
It was pushed into this battle by Benjamin Netanyahu. What's the truth?
Tell us the truth.
Well, first, Brian, no one pushes or drags Donald Trump anywhere. He acts in the...
Yeah, do you see Donald Trump's body? No one can push that man, okay? He's like 350. Lean, though. Lean.
Donald Trump anywhere. He acts in the vital national security interest of the United States. And second, Secretary Rubio addressed this point yesterday after our Gang of Eight briefing. Israel faced an existential risk, and they were prepared to strike Iran alone. Mm-hmm. If that happened, Iran was very likely to target our troops. That may address the question of why now? Why not 2 weeks ago? Why not 2 months from now?
Okay.
The president, though, did not want to put our troops in harm's way. The more fundamental question, though, is why? Why did we have to carry out this operation against Iran? And as I said, that's because they have a vast missile arsenal that far exceeds our combined missile defenses, and it gets worse every single month.
Okay. So essentially saying the same thing. Derek is a failed comedian? Dude, I'm not a comedian at all. I just like to have a good time. Difference is Bricks is good backed. Oh, I think you mean gold backed, and USD is not backed. Yeah, we're what do you call it? We're the military backed. That's what we are. Franklin also stole an election. Oh, gold backed, yeah. But I'm not good enough. I'm good enough. I'm smart enough, and doggone it, people like me. I need to have one of those. I need a mirror. I need a mirror. If you got one day, I'll show you guys my studio before I move from this place. It's not a studio at all. It's a corner of a room. But I need a mirror. And Derek, you're good enough. You're smart enough, and doggone it, people like you. Yeah, do you guys like me? Derek, not you. Al Franken is a failed comedian. Okay, good. Thank you. I was gonna start crying. I was literally gonna start crying. Here's Bibi Netanyahu being asked that same question. Okay, obviously this was a very not so bueno moment for Marco Rubio and the Trump administration when it came to messaging, because it kind of gave us a little inside scoop of, okay, so we did go to a war with Iran because Israel was going to go to war with Iran because they were done with Palestine. They're like, they already just demolished Palestine. Now they're like, we're going to set our sights to Iran. And there's reports of Israel also setting their sights to Turkey. Okay, so it's just like, can you guys just freaking relax? God, I don't care about the Middle East. Okay, stop disrupting everyone around them because we take the refugees. But people have been, Sean Hannity interviewed Bibi Netanyahu, very safe ground for Bibi Netanyahu to be interviewed by Sean Hannity. I call Sean Hannity the guy of lists, because anytime Sean Hannity asks anybody anything on the news, he like rattles off a list of things before he asks a question. It's always the most ridiculous thing ever. So let's see if he does a list as well. But Bibi Netanyahu was asked, like, did you guys force us into this war?
You know, there are people that say, well, the Prime Minister of Israel dragged Donald Trump into it. And as somebody that's been friends with him over 30 years, nobody drags Donald Trump into anything, number one. But I want to get your reaction to that.
Yeah.
Well, you're right. I mean, that's ridiculous. Donald Trump is the strongest leader in the world.
You know,
dude, that laugh, dude, that laugh. Are you forcing us to go to war? That being said, Israel did not force us into this war, and I will collect my $7,000 check now. This segment has been sponsored by Israel. Take a trip to Israel today in Cars for Kids. Send a Jew to a daycare camp for Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. 1877 cars for kids. That's not funny. I take it back. Not a fan. His nose is browner than Pam's. Netanyahu looks happy. How could he not be happy? This is like the best day of his life. Him and Ben Shapiro are like the most exciting two people in the whole world. I mean,
Operation Epic Fury, which I gotta say is just awesome. Epic Fury, which it's known as Operation Epic Fury, which I gotta say is just awesome. The operation names from the administration, top notch. Midnight Hammer was great last year. Operation
that's a little freaking
Epic Fury. Yeah, man. Epic Fury.
Epic Fury. Now, there has been some reports as well that everyone should know. U.S. CENTCOM Commander Admiral Bradley freaking Cooper, one of my favorite actors, announces 500,000. Okay, I can't read. Brad Cooper announces 50,000 troops, 200 firefighters, 2 aircraft carriers, bombers are currently participating in the military campaign against Iran. 50,000 troops are already there. He says Iran has noticeably become weaker. Nearly 2,000 Iranian targets struck. Iran air defense. I honestly think Iran is just waiting this out. I think they're just hoping that United States like depletes their stockpiles and holds out. But we'll see. Time will tell. Hopefully, maybe it'll just be over like quickly in 4 weeks, and everyone will be like, "Wow, that was awesome."
Good afternoon. I'm Admiral Brad Cooper, the commander of United States Central Command. In this capacity, I lead U.S. military forces in the Middle East.
Sick.
I'm here to provide you an update on Operation Epic.
Oh, God, I hate when people do a side shot. Just do the front shot. We don't need a little podcast. I don't need edits. Don't do a side shot.
Command. In this capacity, I lead U.S. military forces in the Middle East. I'm here to provide you an update on Operation Epic Fury, now in our 4th day of execution. First, I'd like to express my deepest condolences to the families and teammates of the extraordinary Americans who've been killed in action.
Could you also just being killed in action by Epic Fury? Oh, God.
And I'd also like to extend our prayers for a speedy recovery to the wounded.
I haven't seen Shapiro with a porn stash. No good. Crazy Candy Owens just said that America is going to war against Iran and is Erica Kirk's fault. Is that true? I hope that's true.
Yesterday, you heard from Secretary Hegseth and the chairman of the Joint Chiefs. Today, I'd like to give you an operational update on where we are and provide you with some key facts.
Sick.
By order of the President of the United States
hormone replacement
and the Secretary of War, our military in the Middle East is undertaking an unprecedented operation to eliminate Iran's ability to threaten Americans, as they've been doing for nearly half a century. Having spent more than 36 years in the military, I could not be prouder of America's sons and daughters in uniform who are answering the call. More than 50,000 troops, 200 fighters, 2 aircraft carriers, and bombers from the United States are participating in this operation, and more capability is on the way. These forces bring a massive amount of firepower, representing the largest buildup by the U.S. in the Middle East in a generation. In the opening hours
did you see that?
Operation
that was Epic Fury.
Epic Fury. U.S. Central Command forces, together with Israel, delivered over.
Call now to order your Epic Fury silver minted. Dude, if there is Epic Fury silver coins being sold on Fox News, I'm buying them. I'm buying all the commemorative coins.
Overwhelming and unprecedented strikes into Iran. Many of you may remember the shock and awe strikes of 2003.
Rob, that's hilarious.
The first 24 hours of this operation were nearly double the scale, and we continue with 24/7 strikes into Iran.
24/7, 365.
And cyberspace. Now, we're less than 100 hours into this operation, and we've already struck nearly 2,000 targets with more than 2,000 munitions.
Sick. How does that help my 401k?
We have severely degraded Iran.
Make sure to buy defense stocks, by the way. This is not a financial advice.
Air defenses and destroyed hundreds of
I thought we were against Fury.
Iran's ballistic missiles, launchers, and drones. And in simple terms, we're focused on shooting all the things that can shoot at us. Our B-2 bombers and B-1 bombers have executed uncontested surgical strikes against multiple missile facilities deep inside Iran. And then just last night, a B-52 bomber force struck ballistic missile and command and control posts.
Oh, sick.
We are also sinking...
I feel like I'm watching a movie.
...the Iranian Navy.
This isn't real, right?
The entire Navy. Thus far, we've destroyed 17 Iranian ships.
This is like Band of Brothers.
Including the most operational Iranian submarine that now has a hole in its side.
That's what she said.
For decades, the Iranian regime has harassed international shipping. Today,
droopy shoulders all pass.
Hey,
this dude needs to hit the gym a lot. He's a spokesman, okay? A spokeswoman.
There's not a single Iranian ship underway.
I only get financial advice from Derek O'Shea Show. I'm poor now. Yeah, because I told you guys throw all your money in Melania coin. It's doing well.
The Arabian Gulf, Strait of Hormuz, or Gulf of Oman, and we will not stop. We will continue to conduct dynamic targeting operations. We're hunting Iran's last remaining mobile ballistic missile launchers to eliminate what I would characterize as their lingering
sick. Is this AI or real?
Launch capability.
It's hard to tell. He works on his traps. He only does traps exercises. Admiral Cooper, why do you only do traps? Because the ladies love the traps, bro.
Now, in retaliation, the Iranian regime has launched over 500 ballistic missiles and over 2,000 drones. To be clear, Iran is indiscriminately targeting.
We were told that Iran was 2 seconds away from hitting our coastline. So
civilians as they launch these missiles and drones. You've seen it on TV. The evidence.
I'm seeing it right now on TV.
Is crystal clear and overwhelming.
Maybe I'm on your TV.
Having said this, we are seeing Iran's ability to hit us and our partners is declining, while our combat power, on the other hand,
or they're holding out,
and is building. And my overall operational assessment is that we are ahead of our game plan. Along the way, every single branch of our military is achieving unprecedented success. I'll talk about just a few of them.
Would you tell us if we weren't achieving success?
Our naval forces have deployed.
Can you imagine if this guy came on and was like, things aren't going too well right now. This is going to be a short video. Please help us out. If you don't mind throwing in your Melania coin and your Trump coin to help out the war efforts, we would greatly appreciate some coin.
Multiple waves of cruise missiles, obliterating Iranian command and control and air defense capabilities. From 2 aircraft carrier strike groups, we're squeezing Iran from the sea and have them backed into their own ports.
You could squeeze me anytime.
U.S. air forces are doing what they do best, executing a high volume of airstrikes right into Iran.
He built a ballistic ass-kicking device.
Operationally, the 2 most powerful air forces in the world, the U.S. and Israel, are dominating the skies of the world's largest state sponsor of terror. Our U.S. Army soldiers are defending ourselves and our partners, and in a historic first, the U.S. Army fired long-range precision strike missiles called PRISMs in combat, providing an unrivaled deep strike.
The threat for Iran is not missiles. It's stateside actors and suicide bombers will do more damage. Why do you have to say that? Don't ramp up people's paranoia on this show. Okay. Okay. I know, I totally agree with that, though.
Capability.
He's dominatrix.
Also, for the first time, U.S. Central Command's drone task force, called Task Force Scorpion Strike.
Task Force Scorpion Strike. God, that gets me all jacked up.
Launched countless one-way attack drones, achieving massive effects. I'd like to point out these drones were originally an Iranian design. We took them back to America, made them better, and fired them right back at Iran.
Wait, what? He just slid that in. Hold on a second. What did he just say? He just said that the drones were made by Iran, but we made them better?
Massive effects. I'd like to point out these drones were originally an Iranian design.
What? What? Thanks, Iran. I'd like to point out that at one time, the Iranians actually made this, and we took it and we made it better because we slapped stickers on it. Okay? Like that one guy that pees on a Ford truck or pees on a Chevy truck that you see on trucks. We did that to these drones. We made them better. They're better looking than ever.
We took them back to America, made them better, and fired them right back at Iran. I just could not be prouder of our men and women.
Yeah, so Iran should be thankful that they're being killed by their own drones. You're welcome. We're using your own equipment. Did you even say thank you, Iran, for using your own? Did you even say thank you? I feel like we need JD Vance right now. Did you even say thank you? My paranoia is off the chain. It's been for a while, though. Good. Ramp it up. Get excited. Get crazy. If you feel like an Iranian is following you to work, that is true. There's Iranians, sleeper cells everywhere, and they follow you to work every single day. So watch out. Always be vigilant. And if somebody walks into your office that you don't know, just assume it's an Iranian ready to kill you, because that'll be very helpful for you and your mental health. But I totally agree with you, what you're saying. It kind of makes you think twice about going to a huge event. And you're like, right now, I don't know if I'm going to a huge event right now. I don't know if I trust some part-time dude working security to make me feel safe going to a huge event at the moment. I don't know if I don't know if I feel safe going, guy just patting you down that's like already high on an edible or something, and you're like, you guys are gonna make us safe inside, right? Oh yeah, dude, our security is for reals. I work at a different location every day. Good. And you should change the way you drive home to work every single day. Moving around, make them always guess. And how you get to work, change how you go to work every single day. Tell Google. Type in the Google when you do Google Maps to go to work to check for traffic. Type in the Google, say, I'm paranoid and I want to make sure Iranian men aren't following me. So make sure my route is very over the top and it takes me a long time to get to where I need to go. Say that and it'll help you out. AI will only encourage your delusion in the world anyways. And that's an exciting thing. That's an exciting thing about AI these days. AI only encourages delusions. So, and I'm here to do that as well. Guys, please don't mix up Iranians and Mexicans. The flags are close. What is it? What's the difference between an Iranian and a Mexican? The mustache. All right. What's the difference between an Iranian and a Mexican? One does PPD podcast, the other one builds my house. Okay, this is all you. That's stupid. They're giving warnings on the news, but Sarah Adams made me paranoid. Oh, dude, Sarah Adams will make you paranoid. She does like to ramp it up. Do you think they will show war in the Las Vegas sphere? Hopefully you go in and get a little. Right now it's the Backstreet Boys. Let's kick the Backstreet Boys out and let's get wartime footage. The Spice Joys. Recruiters at the concerts. Yeah. There are probably a ton of recruiters at country western shows at the moment. We're offering a $20,000 bonus tonight if you sign up for the U.S. Army. Come serve your country for a great cause. If you love your country and you love country music, we want you a part of our U.S. National Army. We want you a part of it. We want you here. We want you. But we don't accept queers. Not in my America. Not in my freaking America. Okay, those are all my thoughts for tonight. Hope this hour and 13-minute show has really enlightened you. Hope you feel like you've changed. Hope you feel like you've grown. Hope you feel like you've learned something. And you know what? I've learned something too. I've learned that you can have different opinions on war in the war with Iran and we can still be friends. I've learned that tonight. Just remember that if you don't have the right opinion on this war, I don't trust you. And make sure your bubble around you keeps you safe and paranoid in your own delusions. If someone challenges you on your position when it comes to this war, cut them out of your life. Create a safe space. Create a boundary. Don't allow them to change your opinion on this war. Don't allow them to get in there and mess up your thinking processes. Make sure to cut them out of your life. You know, it's just like the LGBTQ thing. It's like, I feel dumber now. Good, James. You should feel dumber, and I'm happy about that. Mission accomplished. This is Derek O'Shea's Epic Fury on your own intelligence. I go Epic Fury on your own intelligence every single night. I'm here to dismantle it, ruin it, destroy it, build it back up to something worse than it's ever been. That's my dream. That's my freaking dream. Great show, Derek. Thanks for a lot of the laughs. Thanks, Bad Nurse. Glad we all can laugh together no matter how bad things suck. Oh, 100%. I'm always going to be that. Even if the world gets worse than ever or gets better than ever, I'm still going to be the same person. I'm not a grifter, even though I dream about being a grifter one day. Just really praying about that, deciding which route I want to take on my grift. And then just really hammer it down and stick to those guns and never change because I don't logically think through ideas and don't say things like, I'm not sure if this is going to happen. I'll just tell you what's going to happen. Be more bipolar. Be more borderline personality disorder. Cut people out of your life if they have different opinions and don't be in your safe space. You should temporarily rename your show to the Epic Fury and get lots of views. That would be Operation Epic Furry. Dude, Operation Epic Furry, dude. That's what they should have named it to. Epstein Furry? Yeah. Yeah, see you guys tomorrow. This chat is hilarious. Yeah, you guys are all awesome. I appreciate every single one of you guys. Have a wonderful night. I'll see you guys later, okay? I'll see you guys later. I'm glad I no longer have a freaking fever so I can do the show and have fun with you guys. All right. Peace out, guys. Make sure to drop a like, and if you don't mind sharing this show as well, it helps out with the algorithms and all that crap. And put a comment below. It helps a brother out. If you're on Rumble, if you're on YouTube, if you're on X, put a comment below or retweet or share it on X. I'd greatly freaking appreciate it. You guys are amazing human beings. You guys are amazing human beings, and I appreciate every single one of you. I do need to have a furry costume if I change it to Epic Furry. I do. I totally agree with that statement. All right, guys. Peace out in the Middle East. Peace in the Middle East. Pull Ben Affleck and switch sides about Trump on different platforms? I will. Just switch sides? Okay, well. All right, see you guys.